The Purdue Boilermakers posted their first home shutout in more than a decade last Saturday, rolling over Indiana State 56-0 to go to 1-1 on the season. This week, the Boilermakers hit the road for the first time, taking on the Orange of Syracuse at noon on Saturday in the JMA Wireless Dome in Syracuse. Our broadcast will start at 11 o'clock. Good evening, everybody. It is the Jeff Brohm Show. We're live at Walk-Ons in West Lafayette in the Purdue Memorial Union. We'll be talking Boilermaker football for the next hour. You can get questions in for the coach at 888-246-2678. Those of you on Facebook can follow us on the Purdue Athletics page, and if you're on Twitter, we're on the Purdue football page. In addition to the head coach tonight, we'll be talking with Sanusi Kane, starting junior safety from Harlem, New York, going back to his home state to play this week. And we'll also hear from sixth-year senior Charlie Jones, who is the nation's leading receiver coming into this week. When we come back, we'll have the head coach. Jeff Brohm joins us next. It's the Jeff Brohm Show presented by the Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Offensive coordinator is Mike Bath. Hodge takes it straight ahead. Ball's loose. Pop free, and Cam Allen has it. Cam Allen finding that loose football, and a horrible start for the Sycamores. After the gain of 22, it's 1st and goal. Hayden O'Connell takes the snap. DeRue knifing towards the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers. Jones in motion. Quickly to Charlie Jones. Scampers to the outside, heading to the pylon. Diving for it. Touchdown. 7-yard pitch and catch. Game now. O'Connell looking over the middle. Beautiful throw. Finds his man. Touchdown. On the button to Perferi. This is 3rd and goal. Dinka is in the backfield with Scrooge. Gavin pumps it. Protection breaking down. Throws one into traffic. Deflected and picked off. Intercepted. Jamari Brown with the interception.
Safety like that and make a play on the ball.
O'Connell to throw again. Sets his feet. Long ball. Jones wide open. Touchdown. O'Connell with a long ball. Favorite target. Easy pickings. Purdue. Big time.
He's confident. He's taking his time.
3rd and 5. Over the middle. Jones. Bullseye. Charlie Jones wrapped up and dropped there. 1st and goal, Purdue. Cornelius Doe saved another touchdown.
Catch the ball with his hands, turn, and get upfield immediately.
Going quickly to the end zone for the score. Jones is 3rd on the day. Downing in the backfield. Burton under center. Downing leans in. Touchdown. Dylan Downing with a plunge.
To the Jeff Brohm Show. We're live at Walk-Ons in the Purdue Memorial Union, where it's always game day with a taste of Louisiana. Already some folks checking in tonight on Facebook from Hillsdale, Michigan, Fort Wayne, West Lafayette, Littlestown, Pennsylvania, and Boonville, Indiana. I think they've got a little rooting interest on there. Craig Mockabee checking in from Boonville, and Devin Mockabee's made quite a name for himself, Jeff. He got on the field for the first time in a meaningful situation and got 13 carries for 78 yards, and he looks like a Big Ten running back right now.
You know what? We're really proud of Devin. He's came in here and worked his tail off from the bottom up. He practices hard. He goes hard. And you know what? We finally got a chance to show him off to some of the fans. He's got the ability to kind of shake tacklers. He's got some elusiveness to him. He's got toughness. He runs really hard. And he showed some speed. So we just want to build on that, and I think he'll be a great complement to the backfield.
You got a lot of players on the field last Saturday. I think unofficially I had you at 60 players for the Penn State game, and if I counted correctly, you put 87 different players on the field Saturday against Indiana State. It always makes practice a little bit more competitive, and everybody's got a pep in their step when they get on the field.
Well, it was great to be able to do that. I think we've only had 2 games in the 6 years that we've been here that we've been able to do that. It was UConn last year and then this game. But all those guys work hard. They're all trying to improve and develop and get a chance to get on the field and do something they love. And, it's great to give them that opportunity. And, some of them may continue to play and get better and get on the field. Others may not play as much. So they took advantage of it. All of our guys played hard, but we've got a nucleus of guys that really want to perform well. It means something to them. They love to compete. They love the game of football, and we're very proud of their performance.
Well, you were only had to play a lot of your starters a half on Saturday, and that's always a good thing. But Aiden O'Connell put up some very impressive numbers in the 30 minutes that he did play, 17 of 19, 211 yards. And I thought he was in control all day, and you would expect that, I think, from him on his second time out this season.
Yes, he was very crisp. Showed great poise in the pocket, had good patience, sat in there and delivered the ball on time, but also, stepped up in the pocket and followed through and did all the small things that you have to do in order to be effective throughout the game. And, that's just something that we got to continue to harp on and practice during the week. And there's going to be games where we're going to get a rush. There's going to be games where you're not going to have much time to throw, and you have to figure out a way to have that perfect complement of standing in there and delivering at the last minute, or occasionally, getting out of the pocket or stepping up into it and trying to slither through there. And those are not easy things. So it was good that he got back on track, and he felt very comfortable out on the field.
We have Charlie Jones on the show a little bit later on. He's got 21 catches in 2 games this season, and I think he has the double combination you love to see in a receiver. He's fast and he's fearless.
You are correct, and he's done a really good job. He wanted to come somewhere and prove his worth and his ability to play the receiver position. We are excited to have him, and he works extremely hard. He's a good teammate. He does. He's sometimes just to be able to have that natural ability to catch the football, run routes, but also not have any fear when you're catching the ball, whether you're breaking in, whether you're coming over the middle, whether you're coming underneath. He does not, and he just hasn't really missed a beat on every rep that he's had. He's done a great job. He's been a good leader because he works hard, and I just think he's somebody that we've got to continue to utilize, but also get the others ready to step in and take some of the pressure off of him.
I have a question tonight on Facebook from Isaac. He wants to know, as a head coach, do you enjoy when your team has a quality out-of-conference home and away series like Syracuse? So that's the first question. The second question is there a specific team that you'd like to see on the schedule in that vein in the future?
Well, I think every year Purdue has a great football schedule. A lot of years we've played 11 Power 5 teams, which not many teams across the country do. I know our fans enjoy watching competitive football games every week. Our players enjoy playing in those, and it makes you, work that much harder to get ready to get that done. So, I think we have some really good teams on our schedule. In the non-conference, of course, when we added Notre Dame on a series for 4 out of the next 6 or 7 years, I know that's a great addition because I know it draws a lot of interest from the fans, and they're in-state, and it's always a team that's in the top 5, top 10 every year. So, we're proud of the schedule we have. When you go on the road, like this week at Syracuse, it's going to be a tough football game. The team, Syracuse, is playing very well. They're hot. They've gained a lot of confidence. They've got a lot of balance. And going on the road, you have to prove that you're that much better, and it's going to present some great challenges for us.
All right, we've got a caller on the line, but we're going to take a break first. The Rohrman Automotive Group is supporting your Boilermakers as the presenting sponsor of the Jeff Brohm Show and proud partner of Purdue Athletics. Rohrman Automotive Group, boiler up and hammer down. It's the Jeff Brohm Show, presented by the Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
A picture-perfect Saturday afternoon in West Lafayette, Indiana, where the Purdue All-American Marching Band is in tune for a Saturday on the gridiron.
We're going out there to show what we're about. We're about winning football games, playing aggressive, playing hard, being the tougher team, bringing it every play with no let-up. You got to bring it every play with no let-up.
Sit straight ahead. Ball's loose. Hop free, and Cam Allen has it.
And they hand it off inside. This is King Daru on the left side. He spins, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Tyrone Tracy keeps his feet moving inside the 10. Purdue knocking on the door again.
Jones trying to make a move. He's at the 5, and he reaches for the end zone, and he is in for the touchdown. O'Connell wants to throw on first down. Throws a deep slant. He's got a man. Touchdown. Paul Paferi.
Protection breaking down. Throws one into traffic. Deflected and picked off. Intercepted. Jamari Brown with the interception. Evan Screws climbs up in the pocket, gets tripped up and down. Corday Sidnor.
Play action again. O'Connell looking, throws it deep down the sideline. He's got a man open, and it is caught. Touchdown, Charlie Jones.
Boy, has he ever made himself welcome in West Lafayette.
They're going to throw it. O'Connell with a fade to the near side. Charlie Jones, touchdown. The third touchdown reception of the day for Charlie Jones, and a 34-0 Boilermaker lead. Sheets looks to her quick throw, and it's intercepted. This might be a pick six. It's Cam Allen at the 40. He's got one man to beat. He's inside at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cam Allen. There's the pick six that Cam Allen's been waiting for. The Purdue Boilermakers with their first home shutout since 2011. The Boilermakers win it 56-0 over Indiana State.
Good dub. Good dub.
Boilers on three. 1, 2, 3. Boilers!
The 2022 Purdue football season is presented by Purdue Global. Purdue Global is Purdue's accredited and affordable online solution for working adults. Persistence pays off at Purdue Global. Speaking of persistence, Daryl from Philadelphia has been persistent waiting through this commercial break. Daryl, go ahead with your question.
Persistence. Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, last week I was actually calling from Fiji, and I noticed that I was a little low on the questions. So I just wanted to say congratulations to Coach. You know, the ball coach did a good job. My measuring stick was if we got the touchdown from the fourth string, the fourth tier, then we actually had a successful game. But what I wanted to see was my takeaway was that it showed that the whole team is becoming fundamentally sound, because all the way down to the fourth level, everybody was able to execute a game plan on offense and pretty much on defense too. I wanted to give props to that running back, the young guy, Markeby. I think that's his name.
Yes, sir.
That guy has some serious wiggle. He's going to be all right. I just had two questions for you. Well, we're going to see a little bit more Payne Durham, because I noticed that Syracuse bring a lot of heat and they try to disguise coverage, but they usually bring like 5 people. So I was wondering if we're going to maybe see a little bit more Payne Durham. It seems like we haven't really targeted him a lot so far. And the other question, special teams. That was the only concern that I have, because it seems like we can probably use a little bit of brushing up on that. So I was wondering if we put more emphasis or any emphasis on the special team coverages.
Well, those are all good points, and I can tell you watch your football and you're on top of it. So it was good to play a lot of young men. I thought for the most part they executed real well. We did not get a touchdown in the late in the fourth quarter, but a lot of our guys got in there and did a good job. That was good. When it comes to Payne Durham, yes, he is someone that we need to utilize more. We talked to him at halftime. We sat him out. We're down a tight end in Garrett Miller, who was really good and coming on. So we've got to be really careful that we're not getting him injured, and so we took him out. But yes, he needs to be in the package. He's got sure hands. He can control the hashes inside the middle of the field, and yes, he's going to be utilized more this next game, so we're going to work hard on that. On the special teams question, I agree with you. I think we can get better. We've been okay. We haven't been as sharp as we would like. We allowed the one punt to be returned on us after he kind of dropped it and fumbled. I think we just kind of all, took it easy for a second, and next thing you know, he got by us. We have not been able to get as much return yardage that we would like to, and we've got to do a better job of blocking their gunners and finding ways to create at least an initial path for Charlie or whoever's returning the kick to do a good job. Of course, we had the one drop punt, which is unfortunate, but yes, there's a lot of things we can correct. We work extremely hard on special teams every day, so whether it's because we didn't play as well this past week, or even when we do, we put a lot of time into special teams. It's a huge focus, and we need to find a way to gain an edge on that side.
It's great to see the Ross-Ade Brigade out in force again Saturday for Game 2. We have a question from Kylie on behalf of the Brigade, and Kylie wants to know what you're most excited about regarding the new stadium renovations that will take place at the end of the season.
Well, you are correct. The student section was outstanding once again, and it's phenomenal to see. They get there early, they're into the game, they make a difference, so we're very thankful for them. Actually, the entire crowd, it was a great crowd, and they came to support their team when we were playing Indiana State, and that just really is a compliment to our fans and what they're all about. So, yes, our players see that, our coaches do. We need to figure out a way to make sure we're trying to win games and make them happy. As far as the new renovations, we're excited about all of them. I do think that there's a good plan in place for these initial improvements, which to the stadium and the end zone, I think will make a huge difference. Taking the stands up to the scoreboard, the bottom of the scoreboard, and then you'll have the ability to walk from one side to the other around the stadium and congregate in that area, which normally in a lot of stadiums becomes a great /party area to hang out and congregate and watch games and have a few refreshments. So that's going to be really good. I think the tunnel will be something that will be unique to Purdue and will look really good once it's done and allow us to use our locker room that we use for practice for our games and not have to come into the stadium and walk across the street and all those things. And that'll be huge. And then, of course, the dining hall in the north end zone, that's kind of what everyone has now. And you've got to make sure that we're doing our part. And I think not only for football but for all the sports to have a central dining area that they can get the proper nutrition and food that they need is huge. So that's a great start. We're thankful for all the support that has been given to us to get this done because there's a lot of people that have donated very generously. And, from our end, we just got to continue to work hard and try to win football games.
It seems like that football performance complex, the coaches complex, has been around for a while, and it has, but you almost kind of take it for granted now because it feels like it's been here longer probably than it has.
Well, it's still a beautiful place, and not only is it really nice on the inside, it looks great on the outside. When you have recruits there, when you have people visiting, it's impressive. And, being right there on campus next to the stadium, right next to our practice fields and the indoor, all those things are very convenient. So every addition that we've made has been very beneficial, and we just got to continue to all do our part to press forward.
All right, we're going to have more with the coach in a couple of minutes. It's the Jeff Brohm Show presented by Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Our Boilermakers have always been what unite us. To this hallowed field, we return each fall to be a part of something special. We've seen legends born and moments etched in time.
Wide open! Got it! Touchdown Purdue! Seth Morales! Holy Toledo! Thomas steps away, Coleman football! They've got it! Beasley rushes free for the Purdue touchdown!
It's pandemonium, Coach! Open year!
Hope we have a whole lot more of these. It's a great win for Purdue.
For nearly a century, Ross-Ade Stadium has been the home of Purdue football. As we forge ahead, we have a rare opportunity to fortify the legacy of future generations of faithful Boilermakers. Together, we will guarantee the passion you have for the old gold and black will endure for years to come.
Let the carnage and the chaos continue.
How about them Boilers?
Boiler up, friends. The time is now.
Chin, the swing and the kill. Matty Chin, the Boilermakers have done it. Purdue upsets number 3 Ohio State. The block from Ellis this time.
How about Purdue continuing to put on a blocking clinic?
Great opportunity, great Saturday. No reason you shouldn't go out there and cut it loose.
Look at this place. The energy here is electric.
Welcome to West Lafayette, folks. This should be a thriller.
Welcome back to the Jeff Brohm Show. We're live at Walk-Ons in the Purdue Memorial Union. Everyone needs a little playing time. Let's go back to Facebook with Floyd's Knobs, Indiana checking in. South Bend, 12 Mile, Indiana. Rome, Georgia. Swamico, Wisconsin. Alexandria, Indiana. LaPorte, Indiana. And that's it. So that's, again, let us know where you're watching from tonight. And if you have any questions for the coach, we'll get to those as well. The defense pitched a shutout for you. They really controlled the game up front. You were able to get a lot of people in there. What have you liked about your defense here in the first two games?
Well, I thought we improved from game one to game two, and we made some adjustments and corrections, and those came into play. We did much better. Obviously, the opponent wasn't the caliber of Penn State, but we saw those things come into play. I thought our guys played hard. We found a way to hold them out of the end zone, even though they got down there twice. We did a good job of just preventing them from getting in there. We got the turnover for a touchdown. We got the fumble the first play. That's always important. So I just think being sound fundamentally, getting lined up, knowing what the call is, trying to get turnovers, tackling better, knowing the situation in the half, in the game, not giving up the touchdowns. Those are all going to be critical. And as we proceed forward, moving forward, every game is going to be a battle to the end. So our defense is going to have to, play well. But I do think we have experience. And even though we're missing some key parts, that's part of football. There's other guys that have played football that need to step in there and help us, do our part on defense.
We had Cam Allen on the show earlier this year, and we told him the one thing he was missing from his resume was a pick six for a score, and he got one. He had one in his hands earlier in the game. He didn't miss on his second opportunity.
Well, he's actually dropped a few in the past couple of years. It was good that he got one. He actually has really good hands. As a lot of people know, he's a former quarterback. Mm-hmm. So I think he proved that once he got the ball. He made a really good run. He cut back and found the end zone. So that's great to see. And you just hope that, anytime he gets an opportunity to do that and make a play, we catch the football, because he is dangerous with the ball in his hand.
You haven't played in a dome stadium since your first game here back in 2017. How do you prepare for what you know is going to be a noisy situation on Saturday?
Well, that's going to be a critical factor in the game. And as you look at the Syracuse-Louisville game, Louisville did not handle it well. Even Syracuse had a few miscues at the line of scrimmage. But, the snap count, everyone coming off the ball, being able to play with noise and not use your normal cadence is always hard to do. So we've practiced it all week with noise, being loud, knowing how to do things better with that. And we have not been very good at it this week, so it's not something that comes natural. There's, not getting off on the snap count, even though it sounds small, is critical, and we have to do a good job of that. So we just got to continue to work through it tomorrow and the next day, and make sure on game day we're not making a whole lot of mistakes with that, because you can't allow that to dictate the momentum and the way the game is going. So that's just something we got to work through, and we got to do a good job with it. And at the same time on defense, if it gets loud in there, we've got to figure out a way to get them off sides, and whether that's with stemming or movement or anything we can do to try to return the favor. Got a question on Facebook from Brian. Wants to know, Coach, do you feel like your tackling improved from week 1 to week 2? I think so, yes. We worked hard on it, and you're never going to be perfect, but we worked hard. We got back to the basics and drills of not only hitting, but using our arms and wrapping up, swarming to the ball. Don't think that your buddy's going to make the tackle even though he's right there. Finish the play, get him to the ground. And, so we worked at it, and it was something that, anytime we make mistakes, we're going to try to fix those. And there's going to be new mistakes come up every game that you just, that's how football goes. That's going to, dictate on how you move forward. But our guys understand that, hey, whatever we screw up, let's try hard to fix it and make sure it doesn't happen again if we can. We'll talk a little bit more about Syracuse near the end of the show, but they've got some game breakers on both offense and on special teams, so wrapping up and tackling is going to be job one on Saturday. Yes, it is. It's going to be very important. All right, we're going to come back. We'll have Sanusi Kane when we come back. It's the Jeff Brohm Show presented by the Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Offensive coordinator is Mike Bath. Hodge takes it straight ahead. Ball's loose. Pop free, and Cam Allen has it. Cam Allen finding that loose football, and a horrible start for the Sycamores. After the gain of 22, it's 1st and goal. Hayden O'Connell takes the snap. DeRue knifing towards the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers. Jones in motion. Quickly to Charlie Jones. Scampers to the outside, heading to the pylon. Diving for it. Touchdown. 7-yard pitch and catch. Game now. O'Connell looking over the middle. Beautiful throw. Finds his man. Touchdown. On the button to Perferi. And Purdue is clicking.
The former quarterback's got some hands, Paul Perferi. But this is one of the things, Joe, that we've talked about here, right?
This is 3rd and goal. Dinka is in the backfield with Scrooge. Gavin pumps it. Protection breaking down. Throws one into traffic. Deflected and picked off. Intercepted. Jamari Brown with the interception.
Safety like that and make a play on the ball.
O'Connell to throw again. Sets his feet, long ball. Jones wide open. Touchdown! O'Connell with a long ball. Favorite target, easy pickings. Purdue, big time on home turf.
He's confident. He's taking his time.
3rd and 5. Over the middle, Jones, bullseye. Charlie Jones wrapped up and dropped there. 1st and goal, Purdue. Cornelius Doe saved another touchdown.
Catch the ball with his hands, turn, and get upfield immediately.
Going quickly to the end zone for the score. Jones is 3rd on the day. Downing in the backfield. Burton under center. Downing leans in. Touchdown. Screws looks for that pass. It's picked off. Intercepted, and this time Cam Allen will work his way all the way. Touchdown. Allen missed the INT the first time around a few moments ago. No mistakes here. Chance, here it is, and he made the difference. Allen all the way, coast to coast. Purdue with a huge lead. At the defensive end for Purdue, Maccabee gets outside with a stiff arm. Maccabee throws a second stiff arm to the pylon. Touchdown. Brilliant individual effort from Devin Maccabee.
Time for the Pro Boilers feature, where we look at how former Purdue student athletes are doing in their professional sports careers. Pro Boilers is presented by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Both our Pro Boilers and Indiana Kitchen are boiler-made. Lots of action in Week 1 of the NFL. Kansas City's George Karlaftis came up with a tackle and 6 quarterback pressures in the win over Arizona on Sunday. If you had Xander Horvath scoring the Los Angeles Chargers' first touchdown of the season in your pool, you won because he caught a touchdown pass in his first game his rookie season. David Bell played 22 snaps for the Cleveland Browns in their win over Carolina. Raheem Mostert from Miami, 5 rushes, 16 yards. He had 48 all-purpose yards. Juwan Bentley from New England, 7 tackles, including a tackle for loss in the loss to Miami. Derek Barnes started for the Detroit Lions, had 3 tackles against Philadelphia. Anthony Brown played every snap for the Dallas Cowboys in their loss to Tampa Bay. He had 7 tackles, including 5 solos. Marcus Bailey from Cincinnati had a tackle on defense and also played special teams. Dennis Kelly with the Colts was a special teamer. Bryson Hopkins had a few offensive snaps for the Rams last week and also played on special teams. And DeMarcus Mitchell from New England had a few snaps on special teams. So we'll be keeping track of our Boilermakers all season long. And we are joined by Sanusi Kane. He is a junior from Harlem, New York. And Sanusi, I've been waiting about 3 decades doing Purdue football to be able to go back to my home state and do a football game. I'm from the west side near Buffalo. You're from New York City. Yes, you've got to be excited about this week.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely excited. I got a lot of family coming, a lot of friends coming. You know, just to play a game back in my home state is going to be fun.
Have you been able to handle all the ticket requests, or you let somebody else take care of that for you this week?
Nah, I've been handling it. It's been good. You know, it's just been a steady flow of people asking me how many tickets they need and stuff like that. And not a lot of people are from New York, so they're not going to have that much family going. So it's been smooth so far.
You know, I think you were asked earlier this year about how you found out about Purdue. We haven't had a whole lot of players from New York City come here, and I think you saw the Boilermakers play on TV one time and saw Rondale Moore and kind of got hooked on it, didn't you?
Yeah, it was the game versus Ohio State. That was the first time I seen Purdue, so that obviously was a great impression of the school so far. And then that December, I got recruited by Purdue, so it was a quick turnaround. So now I'm here.
Jim mentioned Sanusi is a junior in the School of Management, academic All-Big Ten selection last year, so congratulations on your success in the classroom.
Thank you.
Talk about that transition coming from high school to college, both in the classroom and also on the football field.
Yeah. So I went to a college prep school, so it's called Blair Academy. So that school really prepared me for life after high school. So now that I was in such a college regimen already, because I had free blocks and things of that nature, I was already living away from school. Blair Academy is an hour and 30 minutes away from Harlem, so I had to live at school. So I was already away from school. I knew my schedule. I knew how to time manage by the time I got here, so it was a smooth transition for me.
We've seen your versatility. You lined up as a cornerback last year in the Music City Bowl against Tennessee, and now we're seeing you move around. You're in that safety position. You know a lot of the defensive assignments. How difficult has that been, but also how beneficial has it been for you?
It's definitely been difficult just because you have to know where everybody fits, but it's been a fun process just learning how everybody fits in the defense, how the defense actually is supposed to work. And it's been beneficial for me because now I can line everybody else up. I don't have to worry about my assignment. I know everybody else's assignment. So if a person needs to be outside, I know I can tell them to be outside. So that's been beneficial just to have me as an extension of Coach English down there in the defense.
You had some off-season hip surgery. Talk about your rehab process and how difficult it's been to get back on the field and try to get back to 100%.
The rehab process was just me getting stronger with my hip, having more hip mobility, things of that nature. So it definitely was tough. We were trying to see if I can make it before camp. I couldn't make it before camp, but I made it before the first game. So just a testament to my faith in God, believing in God, and my parents giving me good genes so I can come back fast.
Well, another thing I think that got you through, you mentioned Rondale Moore being an influence on you coming here. I understand David Bell was a big influence during your rehab process to keep you motivated.
Yes, sir. David Bell has been my guy since I got here. So he's always been able to motivate me and push me over the edge. So he helped me tremendously amount. Him, Corey Trice, we was going through the same process. He was rehabbing his knee. I was rehabbing my hip. Guys like Christopher Jefferson, those guys just were there for me in that time and just motivate me and help me stay level-headed throughout that time process.
You set the tone on Saturday. First play of the game from Indiana State. You had a good hit on the running back and popped the ball about 10 feet in the air. What did you see there? And it was a pretty good hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So I just saw the lineman move, so I knew it was run. Just trying to fill a hole. Filled it. I like to be aggressive when I come in tackle, so I try to hit him as hard as I could, and the ball popped up, and we were able to make a play.
Well, Sanusi, I know we're all excited about going on the road for the first time, and hope all those family and friends get in there early. We're going to need a little noise on the Boilermaker side because it might be a little orange-dominated in there. So good luck this Saturday, and congratulations on a great start so far this year.
I appreciate it.
All right, we'll hear from Charlie Jones next. It's the Jeff Brohm Show presented by Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Offensive coordinator is Mike Bath. Hodge takes it straight ahead. Ball's loose. Pop free, and Cam Allen has it. Cam Allen finding that loose football, and a horrible start for the Sycamores. After the gain of 22, it's 1st and goal. Hayden O'Connell takes the snap. DeRue knifing towards the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers. Jones in motion. Quickly to Charlie Jones. Scampers to the outside, heading to the pylon. Diving for it. Touchdown. 7-yard pitch and catch. Game now. O'Connell looking over the middle. Beautiful throw. Finds his man. Touchdown. On the button to Perferi. This is 3rd and goal. Dinka is in the backfield with Scrooge. Gavin pumps it. Protection breaking down. Throws one into traffic. Deflected and picked off. Intercepted. Jamari Brown with the interception.
Safety like that and make a play on the ball.
O'Connell to throw again. Sets his feet. Long ball. Jones wide open. Touchdown. O'Connell with a long ball. Favorite target, easy pickings. Purdue, big time.
He's confident, he's taking his time.
3rd and 5. Over the middle, Jones, bullseye. Charlie Jones wrapped up and dropped there. 1st and goal, Purdue. Cornelius Doe saved another touchdown.
Catch the ball with his hands, turn, and get upfield immediately.
Going quickly to the end zone for the score. Jones is 3rd on the day. Downing in the backfield. Burton under center. Downing leans in. Touchdown. Dylan Downing with a plunge.
To the Jeff Brohm Show. We're live at Walk-Ons in the Purdue Memorial Union, where it's always game day with a taste of Louisiana. The Rohrman Automotive Group is supporting your Boilermakers as the presenting sponsor of the Jeff Brohm Show and proud partner of Purdue Athletics. Rohrman Automotive Group, boiler up and hammer down. And we are joined by the nation's leading receiver. Charlie Jones comes from Deerfield, Illinois. Charlie, you kind of took the long way around to get down here to West Lafayette. You started your college career at Buffalo, played there a couple of years, and then went 3 years to Iowa. First, you said you had no Power 5 offers coming out of high school, right?
Yes. Yep, that's correct.
So Buffalo gives you the opportunity. Talk about that experience your first couple of years.
Yeah, so I only had a few offers coming out of high school, no Power 5s, and came down to Buffalo and North Dakota State, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go out to Buffalo. I was out there, I had a good time out there, learned a lot, but ultimately I wanted to play, against the best of the best every week, and that's why after 2 years I made that decision to transfer and walk on over at Iowa.
Buffalo, by the way, is about a 2-hour trip from Syracuse. Any of your own friends coming out to see you play on Saturday?
Yeah, I got a couple buddies coming out. I'm excited to see them.
You mentioned then you walked on at Iowa, did not get scholarship there when you started. What led you there, and obviously you made the most of your opportunity with the Hawkeyes?
Yeah, when I was leaving Buffalo, I had no offers coming off surgery, and I knew Iowa was a program where walk-ons, traditionally were getting good playing time. So I decided to go on out there and, just bet on myself and work hard and hopefully, get on the field.
How big a factor was Aiden O'Connell in getting you here and getting you in front of these coaches?
It was pretty big. We always talked about it when we were younger, hopefully one of these days playing together. The opportunity came up, and it was too hard to pass up.
And we say going back to third grade, right? You played together with him in third grade playing football.
Yep, first year of football.
Could you tell he was going to be he probably knew you were going to be a big-time receiver. Could you tell he was going to be a big-time quarterback then?
Definitely. Even in third grade, he was throwing the ball like crazy. So it's good to be back.
You came to West Lafayette this summer, and I understand you lived with him for a couple of months, and you guys had a whiteboard in your apartment to go over the plays.
Yep, we went over to Walmart, bought a whiteboard, and we're drawing up plays every night.
So you've got to do a crash course because you got here a little bit late, so you didn't have the opportunity to go through a spring practice. How difficult was it to pick up this offense?
It's tough. I'm still learning, but they're doing a really good job every day. I'm feeling more comfortable in the system. The coaches and my teammates in the room, Aiden's a big help, so it's been really helpful.
Your talent has been on display. You were the Big Ten Return Specialist of the Year, outstanding punt and kickoff returner. What makes you such a successful returner? You've got to be a little bit fearless, but there's got to be more to it than that.
It's just confidence and preparation over the off season, getting those repetitions, catching as many punts and kicks as I can, and then when it comes down to it, just being out there catching the ball first and looking to make that first guy miss.
We've got a question from the Ross Aid Brigade. Wants to know how your transition has been from Iowa to Purdue's playing style. Clearly, you got the football a little bit more in your hands here on the offensive side.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was the reason I came here, to be in an offense like this, play with a quarterback like Aiden. It's a little bit different, but I'm obviously loving it.
You had confidence in your abilities to come here. Have you been surprised at how successful you've been this early? 21 catches in 2 games is pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I came here for these exact reasons, and been working hard for these opportunities.
And clearly you would like to play at the next level, and I think you're showing your offensive ability. And a guy that can play offense and play special teams, as we see in those Pro Boilers a little bit earlier, makes a pretty valuable addition to the roster.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, just making yourself more valuable. The more you can do, the better it is.
Other than that, what's your transition been like coming from Iowa City here to West Lafayette? I mean, similar sized towns, both college towns. Any big transitions?
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving it. I feel like it's a little bit bigger down here than in Iowa City, but I'm having a great time. Met a lot of great guys, living with some good roommates, so I'm having a lot of fun.
family gets down, I would assume, to see you play some home games pretty close to home.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna come out every home game.
Well, Charlie, we wish you continued success. Keep up this great production, and let's see what we can do in this Big Ten season.
Thank you. Appreciate
All right,
it.
we'll have the head coach back with us next. It's a Jeff Brohm Show presented by the Rohrman Automotive Group on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
A picture-perfect Saturday afternoon in West Lafayette, Indiana, where the Purdue All-American Marching Band is in tune for a Saturday on the gridiron.
We're going out there to show what we're about. Okay, we're about winning football games, playing aggressive, playing hard, being the tougher team, bringing it every play with no let-up. You got to bring it every play with no let-up.
Sits straight ahead. Ball's loose. Hop free, and Cam Allen has it.
And they hand it off inside. This is King Daru on the left side. He spins, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Tyrone Tracy keeps his feet moving inside the 10. Purdue knocking on the door again.
Jones trying to make a move. He's at the 5, and he reaches for the end zone, and he is in for the touchdown. O'Connell wants to throw on first down. Throws a deep slant. He's got a man. Touchdown. Paul Paferi.
Protection breaking down. Throws one into traffic. Deflected and picked off. Intercepted. Jamari Brown with the interception. Evan Screws climbs up in the pocket, gets tripped up and down. Corday Sidnor.
Play action again. O'Connell looking, throws it deep down the sideline. He's got a man open, and it is caught. Touchdown, Charlie Jones.
Boy, has he ever made himself welcome in West Lafayette.
They're going to throw it. O'Connell with a fade to the near side. Charlie Jones, touchdown. The third touchdown reception of the day for Charlie Jones, and a 34-0 Boilermaker lead. Sheets looks to her quick throw, and it's intercepted. This might be a pick six. It's Cam Allen at the 40. He's got one man to beat. He's inside at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cam Allen. There's the pick six that Cam Allen's been waiting for. The Purdue Boilermakers with their first home shutout since 2011. The Boilermakers win it 56-0 over Indiana State.
Good dub. Good dub.
Boys on three. 1, 2, 3. Fire!
Welcome back to Walk-Ons. It is the Jeff Brohm Show. The Boilermakers and the Orange of Syracuse on Saturday at noon. Let's catch up here a little bit on our Facebook shout-outs. I think we left off at Noblesville. We've got Otterburn, Indiana. Fenwick Island, Delaware. That's a new one for us. Indianapolis checking in as well. Vicky says, my son Andy Standifer was a walk-on. Andy Standifer is now the head coach at Benton Central. And he's with us on a lot of road trips. Salt Lake City, Utah, Huntertown, Indiana, and Murrieta, California checking in as well. So Cherubusco, Indiana, hello to you. We do have a question. Wants to know if Brock Thompson will be ready to play this week. We saw Brock for a few plays last week after he got hurt against Penn State. I guess the overall state right now of your injury report or what you would want to share.
Well,
or don't want to share.
You know, we've got a couple guys that are nicked up. Brock, he's been battling through some issues. I would say he's doubtful for this week. Of course, Abdur is another receiver that, I'm not for sure when he'll be back. I know I'm probably forgetting a few, and there's a few I can't mention yet that I'll, of course, let you in on here soon. But, those things happen. That's why you get your backups ready. That's why everyone has to practice hard, be ready to go, and that's why it's called a team. So whoever's out there needs to step up and play well, needs to help us try to win.
Oh, well, here's the fun fact of the week for you. This is the 100th game on Saturday of Coach Brown's career. And I don't know if you knew that. It's your 100th coaching game. In your first game, you coached against Dino Babers when you were at Western Kentucky, and he was at Bowling Green. And in your 100th game, you're going to coach against Dino Babers. So maybe that, as long as the result's the same as the first time, it's all going to be good.
Well, I did not know that stat, but yes, 100th game, but the key is getting as many wins as you can.
That's exactly right. Well, let's talk about this Syracuse team because I think they've surprised some people this year at 2-0. Garrett Schrader was a transfer at quarterback from Mississippi State, played for them last year, ran for over 800 yards and 14 touchdowns, but he's been really good this year throwing the ball as well.
Well, they're playing very, very well. And if you look at their season last year, they had a lot of close losses that they could easily won. They made some adjustments and changes in the offseason. Right now, they're running the same exact defense, which has been very good. They just do a lot of things. They give you a lot of different looks. They're aggressive. They come after you. It'll be challenging because there's a lot of moving parts that sometimes you're going to get hit in the mouth. It's just the way it is. So you just got to make sure you try to minimize the negative plays and figure out a way to get a few big ones. And then on offense, they've definitely changed what they've been doing. They're utilizing their great running back, who's really, really good. Their quarterback has played a lot of football. He's very efficient, doesn't turn the ball over. He can throw it. When it's not there, he can really run it. So that gives them a 1-2 punch in the backfield that you're going to have to contain. And, we got better last week at kind of minimizing the scramble lanes. We've got to make sure we do even better job this week, because if he can buy time to either allow guys to get open or take off and run with his legs, we're going to be in for a long day. So this team will present challenges. They're very confident. They're playing at home, and we're going to have to go earn this victory.
You mentioned their great running back. Sean Tucker has a chance this week to pass Ernie Davis on the Syracuse rushing list. For those who don't know, Ernie Davis was a player back in the 60s and would have had a great NFL career, but he died tragically of leukemia at a very young age. They've got a great running back tradition at Syracuse, and he's going to put his name on that list.
Without question, he's one of the best in the country, and he's just low to the ground. He runs hard. They've utilized him more this year in the passing game. He's got really good hands, and he's just somebody you got to count for. Normally, when he's in there, you got to know where he's at, you got to know where he's going, and you got to make sure you swarm to the ball to try to get him on the ground. So, without question, it'll present challenges for our defense, and it's a really good football team that's playing well, and we're going to have to match that.
Yeah, defensively, they have an all-first-team ACC linebacker and 2 really outstanding cornerbacks. They're really solid on the back end of their defense.
Well, they play aggressive, and they give you a lot of looks up front, and they challenge you and confuse you and all those things. It helps their corners and secondary play better when you're doing that. So it's not a traditional look that you're going to get. You're going to have to just prepare for as much as you can, make sure you hang in there and just kind of allow things to settle in. And do the best job we can. So it's just going to be important that our players keep their poise and their confidence, and that we just work hard to kind of move the ball and try to get touchdowns.
We mentioned Charlie Jones earlier, was one of the best returners, the best returner in this Big Ten last year. They've got a really good returner. Trevor Pena has had a couple of touchdowns in returns in his career, and they've got one of the best kickers in the country as well.
Well, this is a good football team, and a lot of people want to judge them on the last year, and that's not this football team. Every year is new. Like I said, they've made changes. There's a lot of strengths to this football team that have really been standing out the first 2 games in all 3 segments, and special teams is one of them. They're going to figure out a way to gain an edge there, and we're going to have to match that, and that'll present a lot of challenges.
All right, our final segment of the Jeff Brohm Show, presented by the Rohrman Automotive Group, is coming up on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Our Boilermakers have always been what unite us. To this hallowed field, we return each fall to be a part of something special. We've seen legends born and moments etched in time.
Wide open! Got him! Touchdown Purdue! Seth Morales! Holy Toledo! Thomas steps away, Coleman football! They've got it! Beasley rushes free for the Purdue touchdown!
It's pandemonium, Coach! Open year!
Hope we have a whole lot more. It's a great win for Purdue.
For nearly a century, Ross-Ade Stadium has been the home of Purdue football. As we forge ahead, we have a rare opportunity to fortify the legacy of future generations of faithful Boilermakers. Together, we will guarantee the passion you have for the old gold and black will endure for years to come.
Let the carnage and the chaos continue.
How about them Boilers?
Boiler up, friends. The time is now.
Chin, the swing and the kill. Matty Chin, the Boilermakers have done it. Purdue upsets number 3 Ohio State. The block from Ellis this time.
How about Purdue continuing to put on a blocking clinic?
Great opportunity, great Saturday. No reason you shouldn't go out there and cut it loose.
Look at this place. The energy here is electric.
Welcome to West Lafayette, folks. This should be a thriller.
The 2022 Purdue football season is presented by Purdue Global. Purdue Global is Purdue's accredited and affordable online solution for working adults. Persistence pays off at Purdue Global. I want to thank everybody for checking in tonight on Facebook. One more question from there. John wants to know, which wide receiver are you looking to make the next step within the offense? We've seen that Charlie Jones has been a great number one option. You got a lot of options on that number two side, but I guess it could be anybody right now that's in that rotation.
Well, we have a lot of guys working hard, and we want to try to balance that out as much as we can. And T.J. Sheffield has played a lot of football for us. He had off-season surgery. We'd like to get him going. Tyrone Tracer, we tried to get him going a little bit more this past game. He needs to step up and just be a big-time player for us every game if he can. But he's doing a really good job. He's working hard. Rashawn Rice just battle some injuries here and there. We just got to get him out there, and he's got to continue to improve and make plays. And Deion Burks is another young receiver that just needs the ball in his hands some. So it's just a bunch of guys working hard, and they just got to know that at some point their time is going to come, and they have to be ready for it.
You talked to us last week. We've talked about the depth that you have on both the offensive and defensive lines. You'd like to see certain guys step up on the defensive side, and I thought Branson Dean took a step forward. He was really disruptive last week.
Well, and he needs to be our main leader. He's played a lot of football for us. He's a veteran. He's a leader of this football team. Playing consistently every week and being a dominant force is just something he's just got to work hard at. I think he's had a really good week of practice this week. He's tried to lead even more. He understands the importance of difference makers, taking over the game, and he has to be one of those on defense.
The schedule this week, we fly out a little bit before, I think, 1 o'clock on Friday. Walk us through, then you got about 24 hours to kick off. How do you kill those last 24 hours on the...
Had a consistent schedule really since we got here. We try to keep it somewhat the same, and it's about just kind of getting to the hotel. We kind of stretch them out and let them go to a little pool workout that we have just to kind of get them going and feeling good. And then we have our meetings and make sure we're up to speed on things and getting ready for the game. And then the game comes early, so we're going to get in bed early. Wake up, have a little walkthrough and get ourselves over the stadium and get ready to play.
I know the coach is happy about a noon kickoff this week.
Well, it's always good to get up and play. You work hard all week. It gets a little tense and stressful as you get close to the game because you want to play well, you want to do good things, you want to figure out a way to win. So to be able to get up, be able to wake up and go out there and play is always a great feeling. I
think everybody's anxious to see how this team matches up against another Power 5 team on the road. Should be a great one on Saturday, Jeff. Good luck against the Orange.
Okay, thank you.
All right, the Boilermakers and the Syracuse Orange coming up this Saturday. Only the second all-time meeting between the teams. Back in 2004, Purdue opened the season with a 51-0 rout of Syracuse. Kyle Orton was a starting quarterback at that one. The same two teams play next year right here in Ross-Ade Stadium, so Syracuse is coming to West Lafayette in 2023. Want to thank our engineer tonight, Wes Scott, our producer, Ray Clapmeyer, and Jacob Smith chipping in as well. Want to thank also Hunter Massengill for giving you the social media video that we have tonight. Again, the Boilermakers and the Fighting Orange coming at you on Saturday at 11 o'clock for our pregame show with the kickoff at noon. And we'll be right back here next Wednesday night for the Jeff Brohm Show at 6:05 from Walk-Ons. For the head coach and for Sanusi Kane and Charlie Jones, this is Tim Newton. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you next week on the Jeff Brohm Show. Have a good evening, everybody.